If you can, please donate at www.roll4change.org by clicking on the donate button. Today, I am joined by my players, who I will let introduce themselves, starting with Heath.
Hi, everyone. My name is Heath. I am the MC of Obscurum over on We Are Nerdsmith on Wednesdays. I'm also the lead GM, owner, operator, and professional GM of Dire Bear Adventuring Company. You can find me on Mondays over there at Dire Bear GM. You can find me on Twitter at Dire Bear AC. My pronouns preferred are he, him.
All right, and Chris?
Hello and welcome. My name is Chris. You can find me at anthem.com, where you'll find various different bits and bobs, games and writing related. On Twitter and Twitch and pretty much everywhere else, I am Anthem. So the lamest joke in the world there, Chris, Anthem, I'm a little flower. Yeah, and today I will be playing Faith in the System, a tiefling sorcerer. My preferred pronouns, of course, are he, him, and I think that's about all I need to talk about. So that's me.
And I guess I'm last. I'm Joe. I'm from all over Nerdsmith on things like Dear DM and Countless Heroes in the past, and just kind of all around in D&D nerdery on Twitter at Edgar Allan Joe. And I use he/him pronouns.
Alrighty, then I think we are ready to begin. So, this game takes place on the world of Al-Hul, in the city of Anglestream. Now, Anglestream has been under a prohibition of sorts of magic. It's looked down upon because a few decades ago there was a large war that decimated most of the other civilizations on Al-Hul. So magic is a strictly controlled substance. However, any strictly controlled substance has the people that, want to use it. So things for that exist, such as the perfectly legitimate establishment that you three are connected to. Now, this perfectly legitimate establishment's leader is named Jimmy Snakehands, and he just got caught. Luckily, not for magic use, but for tax evasion of all things. Of course, he didn't do anything wrong, and they obviously don't know that, so it's going to be up to you three to get him out of his little predicament he finds himself in today. So, we set our first scene in the headquarters of the perfectly legitimate establishment. It's quiet. It's early in the morning, about 10 o'clock, and there are pretty much no one there except for you three and a man who you three all know as Z. He is the second in command. He is a goblin, and he is sort of talking to you three about your mission.
All right, so you three, well, yes, you three are going to be getting the boss man out of jail. So I scrounged up some stuff from the armory, and this is what we have for you to help get him out. It's not much, but it's what we can get in the short amount of time.
And he puts 3 boxes on the table, each about the same size. Now, for the first roll of the night, would you three please roll a perception check?
That would be a 19 for me.
19? All right. You all three, from the third parcel, you all three hear a slight buzzing.
All right, so you three get to choose whatever parcel you would like, and then I can help you with the rest of the mission plans.
What is with the strange sound from box?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I don't know. The last time someone told me not to worry about something, it was a bit of a kerfuffle. I can't say that all hair was lost, but it took a while to grow it all back.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, look, I concur. I tell people not to worry about it all the time, and yeah, that doesn't always
Tends to make you worry a bit more.
yeah.
But Z here is chosen by our ineffable Jimmy Snakehands, and I trust him with my life. So,
Cool.
So
Box
that's your
three for you
box
then.
then.
yes, I will take this box.
That's
So you-
that's a
so you-
wonderful idea.
So you take the parcel number 3, the one that's buzzing.
Yep.
Okay.
What kind of save am I making?
Oh no,
I
no
was gonna
save.
get your next of kin so that way I can make sure they knew.
All right, so it should be under the handouts in Roll20.
Perfect.
And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Excellent.
All right. And what parcels are you two taking?
After you.
Well, look, number one sounds like good box to choose because I'm number one. So
course
in
you
my
are.
story, I'm number one. So yeah, number one sounds good.
And who are we to disagree? I agree with you 100%. That means I'll take number 2.
Number 2,
Yeah.
all righty. And 2. There we go. And they should be in the handouts in Roll20 if you want to just
Got it.
check. Make sure. All right, perfect.
All right. Glad that you all have your kits. Now, well, so we've located where he is, what precinct he's in, and that's precinct 4. And that's, well, the good news is it's not a high security facility. So that's the good news. The bad news is it's one of the weirdest posts I've ever seen. So there are only 3 entrances and exits. The first is the roof. This is also where you are going to need to leave from because they'll be able to chase you on foot either in the sewers or out the front gate. This other 2 entrances and exits are the sewers and the front gate. So we can get you to the top, to the sewers, or to the front gate. Which of those would you like to hit this mission from?
If I may inquire, before we decide, if we get to the roof, which you have said you can get us access onto the roof, is that correct? Is that what I am to understand?
Yes.
Okay.
My good friend Jonathan, he owns one of those new fancy Drake Pets things, and we're using him as a escape plan too. So when you're finished getting him, Jonathan will come and rescue you from the roof.
Sure. Okay. And that was my next question was our exit strategy upon reaching the roof once we have absconded with the Jimmy Snakehands. It's good to know.
Yeah, you'll be covered. So yeah, I need to make the plans relatively quickly. So where is your entrance strategy?
I vote for the roof, but I am but one amongst 3.
If we take the roof and we are found out, then they would never expect us to go out the way we came. So, I mean, perhaps roof in, roof out?
You make a good point.
So this is just sort of a meta narrative thing. The sewers are sort of the lowest, like the quietest entryway. Like it goes from bottom to top on like how much possible noise you can make getting into this building. Because on the roof, how you would get to the roof is you would be dropped off by a drake as it flows by. So, and that's how you're getting picked up. A drake's going to grab you all and then fly away.
Yeah.
So that's just sort of the
Dragons.
meta.
Not my favorite mode of transport, I've got to say. What's the main entrance look like?
The main entrance,
Yes, we sent someone by earlier, and it seems like it's a normal. There's doors, and then there's a lobby, and then there's someone in the lobby, and then there's doors that lead out of the lobby into the other rooms. Yeah,
Cool.
that's as far as we
What
can go.
sort of forces are we looking at there? A
Um,
lot of guys, a few guys, a couple of jabrones.
the prognostic pool says there's about between 10 and 15 guards, and of course
Cool.
there's the head jailer. There's also a few non-combatants, roughly 3 to 5 non-combatants that handle like bureaucracy or whatever. Yeah.
So you two could handle the non-combatants and I'll handle the combatants. It'll be fine. Go through the front.
Oh, why don't just get the bureaucrats? We walk up. Hi. Get a clipboard, look like we're supposed to be there, because clearly we are. This is a tax issue. Dress like accountants. In we go. No problem.
Have you seen
Let's
me?
walking.
have you seen
No
me?
dragon parachuting. No.
All right,
sticky
all right.
things in
We
the sewer.
understand. Your protestation concerning dropping from a dragon has been heard. Thank you for your input.
I'm like, dragon's part of the family, but I'm not the youngest of individuals anymore,
And what am I looking like, a spring flower?
Yeah, exactly. Then we're going to be walking around with canes and aches and pains, and I have to brew up some unguents for us
All right,
both.
all right.
Let's take the easy
Fine.
option and
Fine.
just for front door. How hard can
Well,
it be?
we also have not discussed the unmentionable, which is hitting them where it hurts in the restroom. By going through the sewers, we might take them most unawares, at which point we may not even have to kill everyone inside. Don't get me wrong, totally fine with killing everyone inside, but it can take time.
Setting expectations is a very good foundation for good communication. So what you're saying is going in and literally catching them with the pants down.
That would be ideal.
Do we have nose plugs in any of these kits?
If you would like, I can get you some wax to make some nose plugs. I think there's a candle back there that's mostly burnt.
Starts digging his ear.
yeah.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Anything like to
We're
breathe.
We're not throwing off. I'm taking your accent. So we're not going to throw ourselves off of the roof. Okay. The dragon's out. Front gate, lots of dudes. It's fine. Or the smelly sewers.
Look, I work with chemicals. I'm not opposed to the sewer. Hand on heart, my shop stinks too.
But it's fine. Sewers it is, unless you got a problem with that, big guy.
I have no real issue beyond the fact that it is hard to clean this much fur, but I will survive.
So sewers, you said?
Yeah, I think we're in agreement there. What do you reckon?
Sewers is fine.
All right, perfect. Let me get you the maps of the sewer system, and I can send you on your way.
So he sort of shuffles in the back for a bit. It's some maps, some papers, hastily scribbled. They're not good maps, but they're maps. And then he sort of like brings you to the back, opens a door that just has a staircase straight down to the sewer systems, and says,
All right, well, there you go. Good luck.
Thanks, Z. Appreciate it. Now,
He's not coming with
just-
us.
Oh, no.
yeah, because Z, you'd be in charge now, wouldn't you?
Well, technically, I'm only the acting head with the heads away. If it were to all, go to the, it would be bad. I wouldn't still technically be second in charge once Joanna gets back from her vacation.
Right. And what happens if Joanna doesn't come back from her vacation?
Let's see. After Joanna, I would be second in command to William.
So
Okay.
what you are saying is you are not so much second in command as assistant to whoever is first in command.
Don't worry about it.
So, this makes me feel a little bit better knowing that, looking at, well, basically two of us who are not overly rambunctious.
Oh,
Capable, yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's go there. And our larger friend, being the rescue mission for the boss, kind of leads me to believe we're kind of a little bit of what's the term? Oh, sacrificial pawns. Was just concerned that maybe the door behind us is gonna be locked.
Oh no!
Down.
Don't.
So small concerns, just tiny, teensy weensy little concerns of one survivability. Yeah.
Oh well, yes, it does lock from that side, but there is the knock,
and he does like this really complicated, like half-minute long knock.
It's like that's all you gotta do to get into the hideout for the sewers.
Turns to Vivek. Mate, you got an axe?
I have sword and horns. Not an axe specifically, but I can do that knock. It's easy. You just knock a couple times. It's fine.
And
Okay,
Vovak
I-
would know the knock.
I trust you implicitly. I don't think anything's gonna go wrong. It's gonna be smooth sailing. Just let me finish signing my last will and testament here.
We must trust in Jimmy. Jimmy has set up Z in this position exactly for this scenario.
Well, technically not Z, more or less, but you get the idea.
Either way, this will all go well. We will get Jimmy. Jimmy will thank us. We will become friends with Jimmy, and he will welcome us into his family. And then we will move forward from this.
I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves, personally, but we'll see.
So,
After
first
you,
step,
big guy.
yeah. Lead on. Thank you very much. Appreciate your service.
All right.
And we'll be a little bit behind you. Turning to Silas, mate, what do you reckon? 15, 20 feet, 30, 60?
I think about probably about good 30. 30 feet.
Do you remember the
good.
explosive ratio of sewer gas?
That's why I said 30.
Okay, cool. 30. Yep, you're right, Joel. We'll be 30 feet behind you. Yeah.
All right, just remember, stay quiet. And he goes as his chainmail is just rattling.
Ching, ching. This guy.
45 feet, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
All right, so you three head down into the sewers, and as you take a few steps down into the staircase, the lights come on, and they're little globes with like some sort of magic light in them. And they light down into the sewers, and it's not like a long distance. It's just one regular flight of stairs. And as you three are all on the flight of stairs, the door closes, and you hear like 12 locks go into place. And it looks just like a wall. It doesn't look like a door from that side. So yeah, you walk down and you get into the sewers, and it runs like left to right, and the map shows you the way. So you go through, and I need to roll something. Don't worry about it.
You're
We're
rolling how
not
much-
worrying about it. Yeah.
You're rolling how much gold we find in the bottom of the sewer, right?
Sure, yeah. Is
Walking along with a net, just scooping it up as we go. I trust Joe. He's just troll line out there.
Okay, so as you're walking, walking, and you come across a giant, like on the walls. It's just covered in like fungus and mushrooms and big bulging shapes and forms, and it's sort of blocking your path in the sewers. So. And then you look to the map, and the nearest like detour would take you about an hour out of your way to get back to the pathway.
I got
So,
this covered.
What are we doing, fellas?
Hey, big guy.
Yes, small man.
Back up just a bit. I don't want you to get caught in the blast radius of anything.
What is the radius?
You just come back there.
Okay.
I'm not in the mood for barbecue right now. So I take one of my oil flasks that has been granted to me, and I'm going to, at a safe distance, just kind of douse all of the mold and growth with the oil.
Okay, so as you go to douse this whole thing, a hand shoots out of it. And let's have everyone roll initiative.
Yay.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
Yep.
Hey, that's a good number I rolled there.
Nice.
I could do better. And this is what I'm saying. Back in my heyday, when I was younger, and before, the footy injury, I would have been a lot faster, but
All right.
get to a certain point.
I just want you all to understand, I am not afraid of running away. It saved me a lot. I don't care what you do, but I will run, and I want you to know this.
With that roll, I think amble away slowly is more appropriate.
There is
All right.
no dishonor in being a coward. This is fine.
So
I like how in agreement we are with this thing. Yeah, boss. Yeah, great. One skin, high priority.
So the hand, which like comes out to be a full humanoid form, that's just like, it looks to be made out of fungus.
Is doused in oil, right?
Yeah. You manage to douse it in oil, but then it gets hidden on you, or at least it's going to try to get a hit in on you. It's a surprise round, and I'm assuming a 7 does not do your
No,
your,
a 7
nope.
does not.
All right, sounds good. Then it is who's next in initiative? Heath. You rolled the 21? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so your go.
As part of my movement, would you allow me to strike a torch from my pack? Or would that be my action?
That would be your action, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, magic missile.
Okay.
All right, so I see we're not messing around then.
No. The answer is just no.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Let's remember how things work. Oh, 4. That's a.
No, there's 3 missiles.
Oh, that's some damage. That's
11 points of damage.
That's 11 points of damage. Oh my. Okay. So it looks, it looks hurt. It looks pretty hurt.
And covered in oil.
And covered in oil.
This is important.
Yeah, so it gets hit. It sort of like stumbles back into the mound. And the mound has like lessened the size of it. So yeah, now it is Vovak's turn.
He is going to go ahead and reach out and cast Greatsword. He unsheaths this impractically large greatsword from his back and just goes for a full-on like slice and dice this guy.
Okay, so that's a 16 hits. Roll damage.
That is 13 points of slashing damage.
It's dead. You slice it in half, but like not the in half that you would want to be sliced in half if you were to be sliced in half.
I don't know what.
Like if you had a choice, this would be the worst
one
way
of those
to
options
get
not to be sliced in half. It's like half this way, or not at all. I choose not at all.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like just straight down like the middle, I would argue that's the worst possible. Yeah, so it sort of like stumbles, falls, like splits, and then falls back into the mound. And yeah, congratulations, you defeated my fungus puzzle.
Well, it would be a shame to waste this oil. We could always.
Yay! I always knew you could do it. Well done. Faith will be looking through to see if there's anything useful for the shop in terms of, mold and spores and fungus and stuff, and trying to take scrapings, waste not, want not.
It's all yours.
Yeah, roll a what would that be? I have not played D&D in a while.
Nature
a nature check.
or survival, one of the two.
I would say probably nature,
Yeah,
because not all
nature.
the things.
Yeah, nature makes more sense. Yeah.
15. Yeah, actually, in this mound of mushrooms, you spy a very, 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 very uncommon mushroom. It's like about yay large, has a black cap with bright blue dots, and it's known as a a hypnosis cap, and it can induce sleep into a person. And it's very rare because the sleep is it always lasts for exactly a day and a half, so 36 hours. I can do math.
the awesome Australian plane flight shroom.
Yeah, exactly.
One shroom sleep.
Just whenever you sell whatever you make with that mushroom, remember to tell them it's locally sourced. Just don't tell them it's sourced from the sewer.
Artisanal.
Yep.
Single source. Yeah, locally grown. Yeah.
Gross.
And so back in a character, Faithful Luran and be very excited by this. Hey, sleep shrooms. You know what you can do with these?
Put people to sleep with them.
Yeah, but
That's
a little bit, you slice a little bit off and steep it in some water and just a little bit of alcohol, shooters, and well, hey, party time.
I do not
I
wish
ran a
to
bar
join
in
this
my
party.
youth, all right? Yeah, so we'll just save a little bit of one of those for later and winks. You know.
I feel like
And-
I should be checking all of my drinks from here on out.
I would, yes.
Yeah, safe to assume. Honor among whatever we are.
Apothecary.
So,
I'm not an apothecary.
what do you do now? Now that you've defeated my my poor fungus boy.
Every second we spend down here is a second that Jimmy is unhappy, and I cannot have that, so we move forward.
How?
Seems a fair cop.
There's still a mound of. Are you going to like burn
Is
it
it
or?
covered in oil?
Yes.
Then I'm torching it.
All right, sounds good. How close are you all to this fire? I mean,
Oh,
Furnaces.
more than that far away. A very long way.
Gonna
Okay.
jog back at least like 40 feet.
Yeah, I'm basically lighting the torch and tossing it in that direction. I'm backed away from it.
okay, sounds good. It
Barbecued
explodes.
tiefling is not something I want.
You're fire resistant.
Yeah.
Resistant, not immune. Resistant.
But yeah, no, it explodes. Boom. But it clears the path, and it smells awful. But yeah, so you keep going.
Smells awful, but we're in a sewer, so what do you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
So you
Volvac, I think I'm gonna follow a little closer this time.
That is your decision.
so you keep walking, and about 45 minutes into your journey through the sewers, you come across the spot that is marked as the entrance to the guards, the prison, jail. It's not a prison. There's a difference, apparently.
Yes.
English is silly. Anywho,
Hey, you should see how we spell jail in Australia.
I don't even want to know.
GAO.
GAOL. Yeah, you guys are wrong. You're just wrong. We're right.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So no, it says jail, JAOL, right by the thing, and when you look up, the grate has a padlock on it, but it has like ladders to it.
Now, dearest comrades, I have confession to make. I am not good with logistics. I did not really think about what happens next, so this is where you shine. What do we do?
Well, you can cast that sword again and see if you can knock the lock off.
Would that not be?
It's going to make a hell of a noise.
Yes. Do we have anything that might remove the lock in a less noisy manner?
Well, I've got some jeweler's tools on me, part of my craft. I could try to see if I can pick them.
Wait a second. I think there is something in box for these. Just a second. And he's going to open the box, like sort through it, and he's going to pull out one of the foldable pieces of paper. And he's going to kind of like twist it up a little bit and like just stick it in the keyhole and hope it just forms into the key shape. If I'm understanding how this paper works.
So how this paper works is you fold it into a shape, and then it takes the attributes of the
Ah.
item or thing that you folded into. So if you were to say,
origami.
yeah. So if you were to fold it into a frog, it would turn into pretty much a like hopping little creature thing.
All I could do are cranes. Just
Yeah,
thousands
yeah,
of
yeah.
cranes.
If you were to say fold it into a dagger, it would be sharp and you could stab someone with it.
So what you're saying is that just jamming it into a lockpick does not count as origami.
Probably not. No.
But I so feel
Cool.
that's what Vovak would do.
Well, I mean,
Does
you
not
could
work.
try. You could try to like make a key out of it and see if that could,
Oh.
you know,
Hang on.
Fiddle with it.
Box. Faith is gonna get to the box too. Pull out some bear trap. I got one of these. Will that work?
For these?
No. Okay. Bit big. Pulls out a flare. That's probably not much use either. Oh, hang on. I've got a wax key thing, which apparently works to unlock a lock.
That is specifically what we need to do here, so...
Okay, cool. Gee, that was fortuitous. Wonder who gave that to us. Thank you.
Well,
I'm holding up a crowbar.
Key.
Well, what I am thinking is wherever Jimmy is, he probably also has lock. So maybe
So
we say
shall we?
special thing
for
for we use crowbar now and then use special thing when it matters, which is freeing Jimmy.
Well, I'm really great with the brain stuff, not so good with the muscling. So if you don't mind popping this jar of pickles for me, I'll hand this crowbar to you.
It would be my greatest honor. And he will take the crowbar and just kind of like how high up is the lock?
It's about 7 feet up, and there's a ladder to get to the
You're scraping your horns as you walk.
Basically. So he's just gonna like
burrows.
he's just gonna kind of like take the crowbar and like slide it in between the lock and the door, and then just hang on it with all his weight.
Okay. This is D&D. We should roll some dice. Roll a strength check with advantage, since I'm such a kind and generous god.
That makes it a glorious 16.
Alrighty. That's that just makes it. So yeah, this lock sort of like stretches and then snaps, and you fall and gotta roll the dice. All right, updating my notes. And the thing is open.
I have achieved what I wanted to do. It is open. Now, do one of you wish to proceed, or shall I just go in and see what happens?
Not to put your neck on the line here, but do you mind putting your neck on the line here?
Yeah, why not? And he'll just go and open the door.
All right.
You're a true gentleman. Gentle bull, whatever.
He has to like angle his head so the horns fit through the entrance, and just kind of like you're moving a sofa in through a doorway.
You gotta move it, like you gotta tilt one end and then tip your head around, and then you try to like get the other side.
Yeah.
It's that one Friends episode where it's like pivot, or whatever.
Moving the couch up a set of stairs. We've all done it.
Exactly. Exact same scenario. Okay, so you enter this sort of grate, and you are in sort of a back room with like all these what's the word I'm looking for? Not troughs, but like they're things that dictate where
Johns?
liquids go. What?
I mean, they're holes really on benches.
Yeah, no,
they're
like
just holes in benches.
well, no, it's more it's
A little less chaotic than that.
essentially
Like
yeah, no, it's because this is where all the stuff goes from the entire prison.
Oh,
So
so
there's
like small
Shoots.
canals.
yeah, canals. Canals is the word I was looking for. So yeah, it's like a bunch of canals that lead into this room. And there's probably some like minor enchantment going on to make it smell not awful. 'Cause that
to make
ew.
to make the old foul not smell awful.
Exactly. And there is a door. It's just a small room about 7 foot by 7 foot with a door right in front of you. And this door has a small little glass window.
Yep. The other two just see this massive minotaur hand jut down through the grate, trying to lend a hand,
Oh, thank you.
and just yanks them up.
Good lord.
And much complaining ensues. Well, come on, for you young people, that's all right. But, my back. Oh.
Do you wish to ride on my back from here on out? Would that help?
Clearly thinking about it. No, it's okay. What do you think I am? Lazy and ungrateful and
No, just
all
old.
of those things that... Yeah, just call me Boomer. Yeah. Right.
No.
Oh.
No. Not even jokingly.
All right. So there is door.
Yes.
Do
Is that
we-
the only way out?
Yes. I mean, also back where you came from, but
I mean, the only other way out.
yeah. So that's the only other form of.
There is a window, right?
in the door. Yes.
Yeah. Could we have a look out the window, perhaps?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
So
like, do that.
so what you see a it's a hallway. This is sort of in the corner of the building. The hallway goes forward with a bunch of doors on the inside of the building, and you see the hallway go the other way. And there are also a few doors on that side. And you have been briefed. The building is 3 stories, and the prisoners are on the 2nd story.
Looks like we need to find ourselves a pair of stairs, or a set of stairs, or a couple of stairs, whatever.
So, what's your preference? Left or right? What are you thinking?
Well, I do not have preference for left or right, but I mean, usually I'm the first to say let's kill them all, but usually by now someone has told me we should do something else. So
Well, if we're going with the killing, and look, got no problem with the killing. Clearly, you're going to be in the front because you are the kill spurt, as it might be. So, is that a word? Kill spurt? Could it be a word? Is it a word? Maybe it's a word.
it is now
Perhaps
my
it's
title.
not a word entirely. But what I'm thinking is, are you left-handed or right-handed? Because, if you're left-handed, you want to be able to swing from the left, which means we would probably want to be on the left-hand side of the corridor. So that would mean going left. And if you're right-handed, then you'd want to be on the other side. So that would be putting us going in the other direction.
I have both hands.
Mm.
I'm not even going to respond to that. I feel like it's a waste of my time and his brain cells.
Pulling out a coin, heads left, tails right.
Certainly.
Well, I should. It's more forward and right as opposed to left and right. So like you were at a corner, and there's sorry, but I mean there's still the choice. It's just a slightly modified choice.
Forward.
Sure, this sounds wonderful.
Forward.
What
All right.
a hoe.
So you open the door and you head forward. You look in the other hall and you just see a bunch of doors. And then like there's a bunch of doorways, each one decently spaced out, and each one you see has a small name tag on it. The closest one just says janitor's closet, and you can't really read the rest. And it goes all the way to the end of the building, and then there's that same hallway.
Oh, did you say janitor's closet?
Janitor's closet, yes.
Ooh, so mops and buckets, and maybe if we're really lucky, 3 janitor's uniforms. We could blend in.
I'm just wanting to point this out to make sure that we're clear. You? Sure. Janitor's uniform, roll up the legs, what have you. It'll fit. Me? It might be a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I've gotten a little pudge going there in my old age. I've gotten kind of comfortable in my lifestyle. Now, that leads me to our third problem. He's huge.
It is
That's what the
fine.
bucket's for. We just put the bucket on his head.
I am
You're going to
new.
put the bucket on his head over the horns? Over the horns.
Well,
It,
dangling
if-
on the horns, he's new. He hasn't figured it out yet. Apprentice,
if
trainee.
anyone asks, I am.
Oh, Joe.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Well, we appear to
a new
be.
hire. And
Oh.
Hey, there he is.
Oh,
There
hey, he's
okay.
back. Okay.
Apologies.
Oh, no.
Planar shift went on.
But he strikes a dashing figure in his frozen state.
He does. He does. He really does.
Did I miss anything?
Okay, so
Damn.
maybe the janitor's uniform idea, it's not my best.
I mean, you can try it if you want. I will say no to very little.
Can I have a spaceship?
No. That's part of the very little.
What about a very little spaceship?
Yes. After the mission.
Okay.
After the mission.
Cool.
Okay, there you
I'm
are. Now you're back.
officially back now. It
Yay!
teased for a second, but I think I'm officially back.
Okay.
Awesome.
So we are not doing. I mean, I could just say I am new hire. I do not have my name tag yet. It's fine.
That's a good idea. And I usually would back a play like that 100%. The problem is, I'm sure they're going to know if they had a new hire in their own business. You know what I mean? I mean, if they outsource their cleaning, it's a different story. But I don't think these are the kind of guys that outsource their business, if you know what I mean.
No, I think you got a point there.
Understand? Yes.
I mean, I like where your head's at. Keep thinking outside the box like that. You're going to go places, kid, I promise. But I think our best bet is just to see what else is there. I mean, let's check it out, see what's in there. Not going to turn down the opportunity. So, yeah.
Yeah. Onwards and
Right.
upwards, literally.
Or are you checking in the janitor's closet?
Yes, I do want to check in the janitor's closet to see what's in there.
Okay, so you open the door.
Animated broom. Go ahead.
Yes, it's just nothing but like the Mickey Mouse.
It's just all of them carrying buckets of water.
Yeah. No. So you open the door and there's just like a few mop buckets, a few things like that. And there are a bunch of lockers on one side. And one of them is open. There are 5 lockers, let's say 5.
What's in the box?
The open locker has a book in it the top shelf. The book is titled "Just One Singular Layer of Gray," or Shade of Gray. There's it's the hottest book. Just came out. Yeah. There is and then there is like a
Thick.
oh yeah. No, it's more of a pamphlet, really. And then there is a janitor's uniform in there, and there's like a few notes scribbled along on the door.
Anything of note on those notes?
One is like
Oh,
one's like a
stop
doctor's
it.
appointment. Like, don't forget, I like have to leave this. Have to leave so I don't, die because he has an illness or something. I don't know. Nothing of note. Nothing of note.
Okay. Good deal.
If it's a doctor's thing, just add to his appointment schedule that he has to come see Faith in the System down at the lower quarter apothecary to pick up his medicine, and it'll cost him 2 GP.
Okay. This appointment was scheduled for yesterday.
That's right. He's only a janitor. He'll forget.
Okay. So you scribbled a note, leaving your name and your
Completely different
workplace.
handwriting. 2 different handwritings.
Always be branding, people. Always be branding.
Always be branding.
Even when you're trying to release a prisoner from a prison.
Wait a minute. What are you doing?
Especially so.
What are you
Drumming
doing?
up business. Getting business. Business.
Okay. You know what? I don't have the capacity or the time to understand why sticking your name on something that wasn't there a minute ago in a place that we just broke into is a bad idea. So you know what? Let's just get going.
No, I can't see how that's a bad idea at all.
Seems fine.
Exactly. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Seems fine. I do not see an issue.
You know what? You're right. I'm in the wrong here completely. I apologize for overstepping my bounds. Shall we
Okay.
continue?
You leave a note where you work, your name, and your handwriting.
Trail of evidence.
Yeah. So what else do you do in this
Read
room?
the transcript. Sorry.
Make sure there's a little smiley face there as well.
Oh, of
Be
course.
honest about these things.
Of course. Jesus Christ.
I mean, go if you're gonna go in for a penny, might as well go in for a pound.
Well, I'm going in for 2 GP. In my line of work, that's a lot.
Of course.
That
He is
supplies for a week.
He is out of habit just before they leave. He's going to go through the pockets of the janitor's uniform, see if there's anything in there.
Nothing in there.
Darn.
You find
cord.
there's one copper piece.
He will invest that and it will become a fortune.
One more thing I like to do is take a look at the novel itself and just flip through it. Are there any pages that are dog-eared down, like where they're keeping their place?
No, there is a
Bookmark?
that is just like halfway through.
I take it out and randomly place it towards closer to the end of the book.
You monster!
I didn't know you're
back
playing
in there.
chaotic evil.
You monster!
They probably can't
Evil
read
know no
anyway.
bounds.
This poor
This is-
man.
You know how they say small acts of kindness? Mine are small acts of chaos.
Oh, that's just evil. Wow. Okay. I don't know how to respond to this. Well, you do that, I guess, and then
We just move along.
no, we cut forward to this janitor looking at the book and just being very confused because he skipped, like a quarter of the book.
Just a small section.
Oh, okay.
It's just
He's still not as confused, but just a little confused.
Like 8 pages.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Or
That's
A chapter.
better.
Whatever.
That's better then. All right. So what do you do now that you've gotten your book meddling and your evidence leaving behind?
Let's that was on the side. That was like a side door on the main course we were taking, correct?
Yes, and remember there are other lockers.
Oh, are they any of them? If we try them, are they open or are they all locked?
2 have locks on them, and 2 don't.
I'm gonna check the 2 that don't, and just to see.
The
As I
2
open
that
them, I'm gonna stand to the side.
one
Stand in
has
front of
a
the mirror.
janitor's uniform in it, the other doesn't, and then there's just some other stuff, some other notes that they have left
Nothing of
themselves. Nothing of
importance. Okay.
But
I'm done messing
and
around.
these are the number like padlocks.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
I struggle into one of the janitor's uniforms.
All right, sounds good.
Cut a seam out of the back
clearly
of it so
the
your tail
one-
can go through.
Yeah, clearly the one that is too big rather than the one that is too small.
Okay. They're all like they're magic, so they like sort of fit to you. Like if they're a little too small, they can change to be a bit bigger. So they're a decently fit.
Decent tail space.
Can I roll to notice that it either, especially given that I'm an enchantment school magician?
Yeah. To roll for Matt. Oh, the thing
Just-
is, the government has no problem using magic whenever it wants.
I have no problem using magic whenever I want.
Well, the government has a problem with you using magic whenever you
I don't
want.
care what they think. You've already seen. I clearly have no problem moving
Well,
a
that's-
bookmark in a
that-
book.
That's why you're in the perfectly legitimate establishment.
Of my nose at them. What would you like for me to roll to see if I notice the change in that?
You notice it. You don't have to roll it. Like this is a noticeable change. Like you put it on, and then like a few seconds later, it then like it's a bit big
Volvac.
for him. Then
Hey, Volvac,
Yes,
baby, come here.
yes.
Come here. Let's try this on for you. And I try to find one that's a little bigger, but still is clearly small for Volvac.
okay, so you only have access to 2 right now.
Perfect. I'm going to try to
Okay.
get him into one of them
All
to
right.
see if it will magically like enlarge so that it'll fit him better. He's still a
it
medium
does.
creature, but still.
He's like it's really tight on him, but he can fit
Ish
in it.
medium.
Like it's one of those like it's stretched to its limits. Like you
Yeah.
can tell but it does just barely fit on him.
This is not what I would call comfortable, but goddamn, my pecs look good.
I'm gonna say right here, you bounce a quarter off that ass. Look at that thing.
Shortly
Somebody
after,
smuggling hams out of the butcher shop. Get out of here with that.
Sure, you got to cut it, man. You got to flex.
Yeah.
So, give us
Take
a
the
shot.
sleeves out so you can keep your arms bare.
I am genuinely worried that if I flex, one of the buttons will fly off and kill one of you. So, for your safety, I must remain put.
I sure do appreciate your care that you're taking with my life.
All right. So Faith in the System and Vovac both have janitor's outfits.
2 hours of us playing in the janitor's closet.
We have an hour left in this stream that we need to finish.
All right.
But all we need to do now is start singing and put the buckets on our heads, and we got the 3 janitors.
Is that a thing?
Is there? I have no idea, but
I think it was the 30s film. No,
Into
I'm just pulling
like,
the mick out of the three amigos.
is that the only 2 janitor outfits we had, right? Were the one that they have on, the ones that they have on?
Yep.
Perfect.
But
Then
again,
I
there
am
are
perfectly fine with how I'm dressed.
I think we look good.
okay.
Now,
Do
should
you
we get
want
to the thieving?
do you want to take like one of the janitor wheel thingies?
Oh, we get a push cart as well.
There is a push cart, yes. Again,
Oh
I'm terrible
my,
with
we
the
get
English language.
toys. I love me a good push cart.
The push cart is it's a push cart with a bucket and a mop in it. And a trash can. That's it.
And
wheels, as a
given
wheel.
I've got minor illusion, I can give us some background music. We are janitors, dudes. We're down.
Just make sure whatever background music you use, it is very quiet because we are still trying to be quiet.
You're a
So some-
janitor now. No need to be quiet, my friend.
No one
We
likes
got
a loud
buckets, we got
janitor.
mops, we got uniforms, we got little things on our chest that says, what does mine say? Have a look at my little name tag. See
Oh,
who I am today.
name tag. Names. I should Nogra. Noggra.
I'm Nogra. How
And,
cool is that?
Vovax. Yours
Get the
is
character.
let's see, your name out of sheer coincidence. Sheer
Yes.
coincidence, and not because I can't be bothered to come up with a fake name, is Vovac. Apparently, Vovac's a very common name in this city, along with William and Jimmy and Joanna.
Look at the coincidence in which I have found myself.
It's
I know
as
it-
though we were fated from some higher up thing that kind of guides us.
Now we waste time and Jimmy twiddles his thumbs. We must go save.
He doesn't have thumbs.
He
has
doesn't
snake
have
hands.
thumbs because he has snake hands, but he's easily
Twiddles his
made.
snake hands.
This is good.
Okay.
We've got a disguise. We've got a perfectly rational reason for being here.
And I've
Now
got a
we can
sword.
just motor on through. We got our cart. We can put the bear traps and other implements of destruction that we have on the cart for easy access. Yeah.
I have
all good.
one. Before we press on, I have one final little suggestion, and it's just a minor thing, if you will. Perhaps where we were at coming into the door, we should put the bear traps down. I mean, you and I, and we can tell Jimmy where they're at, but that way, if we're running on foot, bada bing, they get in the bear trap, we get away scot-free, and they're over there going, oh, my leg, it's in a bear trap.
I like this plan of attack.
Oh, no. I mean, it's you. I mean, your bear trap. It just kind of is a thing that popped
Oh,
in my
no.
head.
Bear traps are collective now. They're on the cart.
All right.
They
well
are
then.
communal property.
My only concern is that what are the chances that those chasing us are bears? I mean, if they are not bears, then they will go to waste.
Vovek, Bubala, listen to me.
Jesus Christ.
As he puts a hand on either side of Vovek's face. They work on men. Or whatever else. As long as it doesn't even have to be biped. It could have 4 legs.
This
You know,
opens,
like your ancestors.
this opens whole new realm of possibility.
Hey, you're a genius, baby. Don't ever change.
Oh Lord. Okay. what have I wrought upon these
This-
poor guards?
This guy, I tell you, this guy, don't take your eyes off of him. He's quick.
Boom, like that.
I am very fast, thank you.
Mind like one of these bear traps. Just
So, shall we do that?
yeah.
I think that's a good plan. I think
I
that's a
believe
great
so.
plan. Plan that has teeth in it,
I'm glad you.
literally bear trap teeth.
Oy vey.
I regret I regret a lot of my decisions. A lot of them.
If you're not regretting your decisions, you're not a real DM. That's
Fair.
Oh.
You know what? Fair. That's fair.
If
Okay.
it makes you feel any better, I feel for you.
Thank you. Is this what I'm like?
Nope.
Okay, that's good. Makes my life a little better.
You're an absolute gem, darling.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so what are you doing now?
Literally putting the bear traps in the hallway, like from where we came from, since that will be our point of egress once we start to leave. I believe that would be a good
Oh, you're
idea.
not
So that way-
taking the roof?
I thought our in and out was the same way.
No, we
No,
have to
you-
leave by the roof.
Oh, we
'cause we're gonna
have
pick-
to leave by the
Yeah,
roof.
we're
Okay.
gonna
Well,
pick up-
it's
or that's a plan.
the roof is what's the best option because
Yeah, because
If
then we can drag
they-
it out.
yeah, because it's the fastest mean of conveyance through air as opposed to sewer, because either on foot, you will
Sure.
be slower than in air because this
Okay.
is like the big old government and they can track you down quite easily
Yeah, no,
if
no, I
you're
get
on
it. I
foot.
like it.
So you're trying to get out.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like it. In that case, I
Let's just still leave the bear traps,
sure, it sounds great.
If people don't see them, then are they really there? Well, I guess I find out when they step in them.
And that will be good distraction, the screaming from down the hall.
I also think, do we have like a calico bag or something I can rig these caltrops up into, like a caltrop dispenser off the side of the janitor trolley? So now we've got a war janitor trolley?
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's just say,
Nice.
yeah, there is one of those. Why not?
So as we're wheeling by, we can just yank on the cord and like caltrops will drop out.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, I am moving forward. You are welcome to follow fellow janitor and unauthorized person.
I love this idea. Sure.
Okay, so are you going like you're still in this sort of corner? So are you headed this way or this way? And then this was like you were originally headed this way. Or are you
Yeah, let's
doing
do
the
that.
same course of action you were going to do before you headed into the janitor's closet for the last 12 minutes?
Probably.
Okay,
Sounds good to me.
perfect.
There's plenty of other rooms to look in yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was a mistake. So yeah, you walk, and there are two doors on the side. One is unmarked. Roll a perception check for this one, or
No,
investigation. Investigation.
I like it. Ooh, that's gross. Never mind.
It's a door. With that
Got a
7.
knob.
Yeah,
hinges.
it's a door. It's a decently made door. 18. So there is some multicolored blood pools on the floor of this door.
Multicolored. Would
Like
think that's unicorn blood.
well, no, like different like different things of blood, and some of them are different colored. So it's not like it's one puddle with a bunch of different colors in it. It's like small like bits of blood.
It's a collection.
It's a collection, yes,
Oh.
as opposed to like one.
Lovingly crafted collection.
Yeah,
of blood.
Exactly.
This must be the kitchen where they cut the meats.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I like a good torture room like anybody else, but I think Jimmy probably not in that room.
Okay.
I hope not.
Let's just say too late if he is, and continue.
But I get what you're going
stairs.
for here. Let's continue.
So you keep going.
Besides, blood on the floor. We're in janitor's uniforms. If we hang around this blood pool too long, someone's going to think that we might not be janitors because we're not cleaning it up.
True.
And I ain't getting paid for that. So
I mean, you're not getting paid at all for being a janitor, but
yeah, exactly. So clearly this is beyond the job description.
Exactly.
Of
you
fake
didn't sign up
janitor, that is.
to. Yeah, exactly. So you keep going along this hallway, and then you come across another hallway that goes right, and you. What do you do? So you see there's a hallway that's going right as well as a hallway that's going.
I will say at this point, Vovek does take his great sword off his back and put it in the janitor's cart, just so
Okay.
he's not a janitor walking around with a great sword on his back.
Sounds good.
See, the rest of us, I think we thought it was a good look.
It is good look, but not conspicuous.
Architecture isn't a skill in D&D, sadly. So would we have an inkling as to building design as to where a staircase might be and which of these two directions it might be worthwhile heading towards?
Go. What are the D&D things? Let's see.
You can also just make it a straight intelligence check if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's like any specific. Let's do history.
Cool.
History
I'm good at
would
that.
work because like all of these like buildings share sort of the same like design. 16. Okay. Ooh,
19.
yeah, 19.
Hey,
So these buildings are designed, especially these prison buildings, are designed where the staircases are in the middle of them. So you have to go into them to get up, and then if you're going down, you have to get out all the way. So they're like smack dab in the middle. And this like bottom floor is like two things of rooms. It's like a figure, like a 8 essentially of hallways with 2 like blocks of rooms in
So like 4 quadrants.
two have like 2 blocks of rooms, 2 rectangles with
Okay.
then hallways surrounding
Around them and then one in the middle.
yeah.
I got you. This
So-
particular design was picked up a few hundred years ago. They thought it would be better to circumvent particular riots and things like that if they could corral them down into one particular corridor. By there, they mitigated the number. Basically, the stairs are in the middle. Follow me.
Righto. Following.
So how gung ho are you going into the hallway? Okay. So
Well, in Faith in the System's mind, we have a fully stocked battle wagon now,
okay.
right? It's got a
Right.
sword, it's got caltrops, and we're in a disguise that nobody can penetrate. So there's a lot of false confidence going on in this body at the moment.
Okay, sounds
That's how
good.
gung ho.
So there are 2 guards right at the staircase. You can see the staircase by looking in the hallway, and there are 2 guards. They are talking to each other. They look very, very bored. You can tell like this is the worst job because you're just staring at like gray concrete for hours, just not doing anything. So they're bored. They're just talking to one another.
Would be a damn shame if someone were to say, make them fall asleep.
Oh, even better, we got to get the trolley upstairs, right?
Yes.
That's a hard
trolley
carry.
up-
There's 2 guards here.
No,
We've got
the
a trolley.
the
We've
trolleys.
got
The,
janitor's
tr-
uniform.
the trolleys are designed to be able to climb upstairs. They have like special wheels or something. I don't know. You can get the trolley
Ooh.
upstairs with like they would have to get the trolley upstairs anyway as part of their job. So like this trolley is designed to be able to go upstairs.
That's right. I was just going to dragoon the guards to carry it for us.
Um,
We got a clipboard.
I got a better idea.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Sleep. Literally just cast sleep.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Yep. That's probably a better idea.
It's
Yeah.
only 19 HP worth of hit dice. I rolled poorly. because
Okay,
I'm not
so,
rolling physical dice.
Okay. So one of them falls asleep. The other doesn't.
Hey, Vovak, can you put him to sleep?
Yes, I will do this.
But as soon as let's say guard A is closer to you, guard B is slightly on the other side of the stairs from you. As soon as guard A slumps down to the ground, guard B just immediately starts looking like around, and I know how to do these things.
And guard B thinks this is a really good idea and joins him.
Persuasion.
They are
Try
bored
it.
after all.
I mean, to be
Um,
fair, if one of my coworkers started taking a nap, I'd be like, I mean, I guess I should. I'll take a nap too. I guess.
No. So what he actually is doing is he goes up to like Garde and like starts slapping his cheeks, trying to wake him up.
See, that's just workplace harassment. Would he even do that?
Harold, you went to the training. You didn't get consent before you engaged. That's not good, Harold. We've had this conversation with you. This time it's a write-up. I'm sorry, it can't be avoided.
I mean, hey, if you want to go and bring that up, you certainly can. But so that's where this is at right now.
You know what? Sorry, climbing through the sewers, maybe a bit rusty. Let's try that again. Hey, asshole, go to sleep.
You cast it. You cast another.
Yeah, 23 this time.
Okay, yeah, that puts the second.
So now I imagine they're laying there together in a lover's embrace, just sleeping cozily.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Just one on top of the other's arm around him.
How long does sleep last?
These
These are things that I should know.
Hang on a second, I'll let you know real quick.
Or I have it here, maybe. L. No.
Duration is it's only for a minute or until they're woken up by somebody taking an action. So they're not going to be asleep for very long.
Okay.
I got some rope. We can rope them up.
I've got the sword. We could kill them.
Okay, your idea
Both
wins.
good options. Hold on.
I'm with
Hear
the
me
sword.
out.
Let's go with the sword. Sword's a good option.
You know what? The sword is a fantastic option, but hear me out on this one. You know what? Never mind. They're going to chase us later on. Kill them. I don't care.
Yep.
They
I
probably had
would-
families.
I would
Well,
like to know.
Full of great ideas.
Oh. Never mind. I would like not I wouldn't. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Someone does have sets of like manacles. Yeah.
Hear me out on this one. And I go into my parcel and pull out some manacles. I'm just saying.
Yes, this
I
sounds
think
like better
sword to
idea.
kill them would be quicker than beating them to death with those.
God damn it.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I wasn't thinking about beating them to death with the manacles.
Oh, okay.
I was actually
Putting them on them. I get ya.
right.
Yeah, okay.
See, you're smart. But we need something to put in their mouths so they don't, and not the sword blade.
Oh, sleep
Not the sword.
shroom. Half a sleep shroom each. They're out forever.
I also have idea.
When you say forever, sorry, Volvac, don't mean to interrupt you, but
You're
when
fine.
you say forever, you mean
Well,
like
you know,
forever?
not forever. That's an awfully long time, and this is good in the concept of the universe.
Because
or the multiverse.
then they're not sleep mushrooms; they're death mushrooms.
They're dead
That's a
mushrooms,
whole
yeah.
other story.
Yeah, semantics is important. I understand this.
Glad you agree.
Half a day.
All
Or
right,
a day and a half.
Well, yeah, for half it.
Jesus.
No, I mean
3/4 of a day
sure.
each.
Sure.
Add some
Why
change.
not? Yeah, no, why not? I don't care anymore.
All right, I'll let you apply. I don't care anymore. I'll let you apply the sleep mushroom then. If you're going to do that, I'm not going to manacle them because
Yeah, save the manacle. All right, I'll stuff the half a sleep mushroom each. Yum, yum, yum. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Sleepy, happy times.
Awesome. They're both
See? Neutral, almost evil. That's me.
they're both out. Are you doing anything with their lifeless, well, not lifeless, semi-lifeless bodies?
Drag them into a room nearby.
Okay. Do you go back the way you came?
I mean, I know where the
So-
rooms are there.
Yeah, so like are you
Put 'em
there's
in the
like
trolley.
that torch there's what?
I don't think the
Put 'em in
trolley's big
janitor's
enough.
trolley.
Yeah, the trolley isn't quite big enough for like an actual person.
I don't want to put them in the sewer room. Maybe put them in the janitor's closet, or if there's any other rooms that we saw along the way.
I mean, there is that torture room.
No.
Okay.
I don't want to open that door. There's something about that room. I just don't want to
Yeah.
open that door.
Maybe it's the copious amounts of blood that's putting you off.
That's probably it. Mhm.
Yeah, don't want to add to the pile. Yeah, it seems
Not that
sufficient
I'm
as it
squeamish.
is.
I just don't want to join it.
So yeah, janitor's room then.
Yes.
Okay, you put him in the janitor's room. Make a stealth check just to make sure you don't like
Just drag these dudes.
do something bad that would cause people to notice what you're doing.
Do you want a soldier roll?
Let's have whoever, since I'm a kind and generous god, let's have whoever has the largest like stealth stat roll, because again, kind and generous.
Mine's a 3.
Mine is a 2, but I'm at disadvantage.
Mine's a 3 without disadvantage.
Then let's have you roll.
Okay. No pressure.
Natural 1. Natural 1.
No,
17. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
not a natural 1. How dare you encourage me to roll poorly? We'll have words when we're done here, sir.
Yeah. So you put him in the janitor's closet, and now the staircase is open. At least there aren't
Hurrah!
guards.
I think we shall use the staircase. I think that's the general
I
plan.
believe
isn't it?
that's probably a good idea.
Yep.
Great.
With
You
the
head up.
Yep.
You kick the levitate button and the trolley just floats.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I rolled a 15 for stairs. Is that enough for stairs?
Yeah. You make it up the stairs. 15. Yeah, you make it perfectly fine up the stairs.
In my
there are-
brain, you can custom make skills in Roll20. I literally imagined you making a custom roll for stairs, and it's just all dexterity based. I'm proficient in stairs.
Okay, so you come to a room, and it's a decently big room, about 15 feet by 10 feet. And on each side on the same wall that has the staircase, there is a door. And one door says general prisoners, or general population, and the other says high risk. Or high security, rather. Not high
I'm going to
risk.
go out on a limb here and say that Jimmy's probably not in Gen Pop.
He does have snakes for hands, so
I mean, that's true.
But he is high ranking, and generals are high ranking.
No, not general as in military, general as in your average, everyday Joe.
Oh, ordinary. Right. I'm with you.
Exactly.
Yep. Got it,
Ordinary
yep.
population, them what need extra help.
They should put that on the sign. Really.
I completely agree with you. I'll take that up
Yep.
with them at some point in time.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time we're doing a heist in a prison, we should bring it to their attention.
I mean, maybe we should find a feedback card when we're done here. Just fill
I
it
mean,
out
you
for
are-
them.
You know what? That's a great idea.
Faith in the system already left where they are and who they are. So like,
Dear warden and or caretakers of the jail, once we were here doing a heist, we wanted to know if you could change the labels to ordinary people and high-risk people. All right, yeah.
Yeah. If you wish to
I just
discuss
dropped that.
this, yada,
Here's
yada,
your-
yada, you can find
go
me
find
at...
faith in the system in the lowest sea. I got you.
okay.
It's a fantastic
Um,
idea. I'm behind it.
Price is
100%.
negotiable.
Right.
And this staircase is a spiral staircase that also goes to the 3rd level.
Okay.
Just as info.
The way out.
Yes.
Nice.
So do you head to the high security?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Real quick question. Can I
Yes.
ask you?
You can.
Retconning a little bit because I meant to ask you this whenever we were there. Fishing through the sleeping guards, did we happen to find any keys or anything? Can we take their weapons from them? What kind of weapons did they have, or like batons?
They each had they each had a halberd. Like a
I
really
can't make. I don't. Well, look at this! It's a stick with a blade on it. Ooh.
yeah. And then they didn't. They each had one key on them. It was the same key.
I'm going to take one of the halberds and just tape it onto the side of the trolley, just so that if we push it fast enough.
Okay.
Tape them both with the blades out so we slide it through. Just slices. Put it on the lower part so that way you can just slice halves as you go by.
It's a war trolley now.
Your
Yep.
face was great.
All right. So there's a door says high security.
Do either of the keys from the guards fit into the high security and or unlock that door?
So there is not a lock on the high security door.
Then I would love to open said high security door.
So you're opening it?
Well, I mean, when you say it like that, it makes me want to say no, but I've already committed, so yes.
All right. And once again, since I'm such a kind and generous god, are you doing anything to change your appearance in any way, shape, or form?
Janitor.
I'm not.
Okay, you open the door into an anteroom with a guard on the other side of the of a glass wall in the anteroom.
What's he doing?
He's reading a book, but as soon as you
I bang on the glass really hard. What is it you think you're doing sitting here? You're on duty. Put the book down. Act like you've got some sense here. Come on. You're killing me here.
Okay, I'm going
Do
to
you
need
know who I am?
I'm going to need you to roll intimidate?
Deception,
let's do-
intimidate?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it's going to
Sure.
go horribly either way. Yep, that's what I was expecting.
Oh dear.
So he has like he's reading he is also reading just one singular shade of gray. So he has like his feet up on the like desk or whatever, and he's just sort of looks at you, puts the book down,
I'm
and
full
presses
in
a
on this
button.
whole thing.
and just presses a button.
Yes, exactly. Push that button. Bring everybody here. Do you know who I am? I'm from the city. I'm here doing an inspection on this place. I find these two jagoffs walking around with a trolley cart loaded down with stuff. Not a guard in sight. Where is everybody at?
So as soon as he
is going in my report, reading filth like that. Where are you at in the book?
So as soon as he presses the button, a klaxon just starts going off.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Think I gotta talk to the union about this one. Looks over at Vovak's chest. Obvious reading. Vovak, what do you reckon? It's a bit loud.
And also, Heath, you also see another door in the anteroom that leads to, like, you can see jail cells beyond it. It's like it's one of those safety glass doors with the like wires in it.
I tell you exactly what I'm going to do. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
I'm going to take out a length of rope.
Okay.
And as I'm taking out this length of rope, I'm starting to cast a spell.
Okay.
And the rope stretches out and forms perfectly, attaching itself to the sky, right above Sarnas's head.
Okay.
I look at the guard and said, "I'll be right back." And then I'm going to have Vovak and Faith in the System climb up the rope, and I'm going to go up the rope behind them.
Okay.
Where they'll find a very comfy lounge playing some nice soft music. There's some nice overstuffed chairs. There's a small mini bar. And as I get to the top of the rope, I pull the rope up and nobody knows where we went as I cast Rope Trick. It lasts for 1 hour and we can fit up to 8 medium creatures in here. We can get a short rest in.
I like the minibar idea. Is there a barista service?
Okay.
Self-serve.
So what happens after the time runs out?
Oh, the rope drops down, and we descend back to the spot where we originally descended or
Okay.
started from. But it's for
I
1 hour, allowing us to maintain concentration on it. Actually, let me double check. I don't think I need to maintain concentration.
I don't think you do.
I think it just is there.
Is the guard just watching as we all climb up this rope?
Yeah, he's
But-
sort of like in his. He can't. He's not like a fighting guard. He's more just like a bureaucrat guard person.
It is just 1 hour. It is there.
Okay.
Before we climb up, Vovak is just going to kind of lumber over towards the bureaucrat and just peer down at him. When they get here, you tell them it was accident, or else I will attach bear trap to your face and shove bees down your mouth. Am I understood?
Roll intimidation.
That's a 24 on a natural 20.
Okay, he's terrified. He's terrified, and he sees the bear traps on the war card of death, or the janitor's card of death, and he's like, oh no. And then he also sees he hears like a buzz, and he's like, oh no. And he's like, he sort of just nods his head, and
Good, you understand. Good.
Can we
luck.
take the cart with us up the rope?
I mean,
levitates
Vovak
after all.
Vovak can probably drag it up there.
yeah, I said it levitates, didn't I? So yeah, sure. You don't
Yep,
even
that
have
was
to
an
make a
error.
roll for that because I said yes.
Love this game.
Yeah, no, it's
D&D,
great.
what an awesome game.
Oh no,
So,
Joe.
just
Joe,
so
no.
you know,
Oh, there you go. You're
I
back.
think I'm here. Yep.
just so you know, we can see out the little window.
Mhm.
They cannot see in, and nothing can pass through. So for the next hour, we just get to chill out.
Okay, so what you see is the first person to get there is like a guard, dressed in the same as the two guards you took care of. Then two more guards show up, and then a blue dragonborn dressed in silver armor, with golden what are these things called that go on your hands and arms?
Gauntlets?
Vambraces?
Greaves, or no, not greaves.
No, vambraces.
Van braces, yeah, golden van braces, each with like a face on them. Come in, and he has like a large sword on him. Can you hear what they're saying?
Yes.
Okay,
let me
so-
double check and see, but
Let's just say you can. So again, kind and generous God. You can tell he's in charge, and he's like, he talks to the guard. He's like, what happened? And the guard's like, it was nothing. Nothing happened. I nudged the button on accident. Yes, sure, accident. Yes. And then the guy's like, well, don't do it again. You'll be fired. And then they all just sort of leave.
I'm gonna give them another little bit of time.
Okay.
Can we actually take that short rest in here?
Yeah,
You
go
guys don't
ahead.
mind? Good, because I get some spell slots back. And that was, with that in mind, once the hour is passed and we materialize back into the plane there,
Mhm.
I get one of those. Sorry, I'm just doing math here. Once we come back down, I'm going to ask him kindly. So, my friend here said, bees, we got no problem doing this. So I'm going to ask you this one time. Otherwise, I'm going to let him tear the door off the hinges and tear your face open. Where's Jimmy?
I want you to roll, but it was such a good roll. I think you get a
Advantage?
yeah, I think you get advantage.
On which skill would you like me to roll, sir?
Whatever.
Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
You're certainly
Let's-
not lying.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do persuasion.
A 20.
20. He's like, Did I have a voice? I don't care. He's in cell number and he like goes through all his notes. Cell number 5B. Let me just get that for you. And
That's a good fella.
he presses a button and the door opens and y'all can go in.
This guy is hot of gold, solid fella.
Great guy. Hey, if
Great guy.
if the little room's still up there, maybe he can go up and have a chill. Have a
Room's
drink.
not there. No.
Oh.
He had his feet. He wasn't doing his job. He had his feet on the desk reading the book.
It's good.
That's still going in my report, by the way.
If if anyone asks, my name is
You know what?
Derek.
I'm going to stop you right there, kid. I don't care what your name is. Let's go.
No. My name is Derek.
Okay, Derek.
And
Thanks,
you see
Derek.
he has a name tag, and it's not Derek on the name tag.
Can you tell me what it is
Bob.
on the name tag? Bob? Okay.
Bob. Yeah.
Sure thing. Derek.
Yeah.
Heavy wink.
So yeah, you go into the high security thing, and for the most part, there aren't anyone in these cells. In 3A, you see a little demon.
Mm-hmm.
The bed's been scorched, and he's just like pacing furiously. It's
Do we know the demon?
no, it's just a demon.
Could be related.
Yeah, no, it's just a imp with like fire on him. He has like a head of fire, and he's just pacing furiously.
Read any good books lately? And I keep moving.
Yeah. So it's like the doors are essentially made of steel with a small window in them. You can't like talk through them.
Okay.
They're very like protective.
Let's find Jimmy then.
All right. So there's Jimmy, and then there's his thing. You see him, and he has a door in front of him.
Yo, Jimmy.
He cannot hear you.
Oh, I thought you said. I'm sorry. Whenever you said he got it, I thought he slid it open.
No.
Okay, can I open the door then?
It's locked.
Oh, I've got that wax key thing.
Yay.
Unlock it.
Okay. So you put the key in. It like stays there for a few seconds, sort of like changes shape, fits, and then you open the door, and there's Jimmy, and he does not have any arms. Like normally, you three would know Jimmy. He has about 5 snakes on each side of him that act as his arms. And instead of having those, there's just like small little holes on his shoulders where the snakes normally would be.
Oh, great honorable Jimmy, what did they do to your snakes?
Don't worry, Vovak. They've the snakes are all fine. They just took them. They're in the evidence locker on the 3rd floor.
You
Thank you,
remembered my
you
name.
3. Of course, I remembered your name, Vovak.
This is best day of life.
Faith, Sarnas, thank you as well. Now let's please get me out of here. It was awful.
Well, we got this cool trolley that you might be able to pitch a ride on, boss.
So the trolley's not large enough for a person. It's essentially just
Basically, an oversized mop bucket.
yeah. It's just
got those 4 shop cartwheels at one that's always spinning around.
You've
yeah.
got to offer, though. You know, it's impolite not to offer the boss a seat on the conveyance, even though the conveyance is, you know, a bucket with dirty water and waves taped to the side of it.
But I would love to see art of him standing in there, leaning against like the mop handle, just like going
with that
as we're pushing
Napoleon
it.
pose.
Well, he can't really because he has no arms.
Okay, so you have Jimmy. He
Looking
needs
like
his
the helm of a
arms,
ship, just...
and you need to get out.
All right. So we know it's all on the 3rd floor, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then it sounds like beating the path to the 3rd floor. No reason to stick around here, right?
All right, sounds good.
Are we really taking the cot with us all the way through?
Yeah.
It would feel wrong to
Why
abandon
not?
it
We've
now.
persisted
You
with
know-
this
you
joke
know-
thus far.
Sure. Why not?
Okay, so I have a question. Who's
Huh?
taking point? Okay, Vovak is taking point. Good to know.
Flip Derek a silver as we're walking out. as well.
So you flip Derek the
Derek.
silver. Yeah, Derek. You flip Derek the silver. It hits the glass because the glass is like one continuous sheet. There's no like actual way to get into the. There's a door in the back of his room, but there's no way to like interact with him in that room. So you flip him the silver. It hits the glass and just falls to the ground.
Yeah, that's for you, kid. Good work.
Thanks, I guess.
You didn't get bees.
I didn't get these.
Any day you don't get bees is a good day.
Again, Derek.
Derek.
Sure thing.
Derek.
Yeah.
And then he like
Derek.
realizes he has his like name tag and he just sort of like rips it off, including like a patch of like cloth. Anywho.
So, Vovak, following your lead, sir.
Vovak is just trotting along, newly encouraged with their leader behind them.
I love
Perfect.
his undying faithfulness to Jimmy. It's endearing.
So you head to the 3rd floor.
Yes.
Okay, so Vovak, you see, so there's like the door, there's a hallway, and then 2 guards stationed right on the other side of the hallway from the door of the stairs. They see you, and they just sort of what do they do? That's the question. They don't do anything. They just sort of nod. They think you're a janitor.
Just doing janitor things.
Keep in mind, you also then have a person in leather armor and a person in prisoner robes behind you.
Oh,
Um,
that's right. Prisoner robes. I can do something about that.
Oh,
1 second. How long does invisibility last? This is the question. Invisibility. Up to 1 hour. All right. Make Jimmy, formerly known as Snake Arms, but currently Jimmy Stumps, invisible.
he sort of glares at you. He glares at you when you like say Jimmy Stumps, and then like the glare fades away as the rest of him does, as he turns invisible.
And minor illusion. Can I use that on you?
No, because it's a
Sonus.
stationary thing.
Oh, yeah. Boop. Well, I could if we... No, it's stationary, isn't it?
Okay, you just gotta stand very, very, very still.
Until
Sonus,
it-
mate, can you get in the cart?
If you want, I can just distract guard enough for him to go by.
And just hear me out. You guys are showing a potential new guy the ropes.
Yeah.
I'm not hired
I
unofficially,
did
so I
think-
don't have a uniform.
Or potentially bring son to work day.
Am I calling you Pop? You have to understand, he looks like a middle-aged, like going bald.
You are adopted. It is
I will say yes. I will say yes.
I love this idea. Let's go with bring son to work
I
day.
love it.
Okay,
It's tasty. Let's do it.
go for it. So you come up there, and as soon as like you three get up to the top, both of the guards like realize, and then they both point at
Real quick,
at-
does Faith present female, male, or just androgynous?
Androgynous.
Okay, perfect.
On account of all of the dust and dirt and burn
Mhm.
marks and feathers and everything else that's kind of encrusted all over them.
That any janitor has. Yep.
Yeah, a shambling mound, basically.
okay.
In tiefling form.
And they both halt. What are you doing here?
Why do
Hey,
you talk to
Dad.
my son like this? This is uncalled for.
Your
He is my father. This is the guy who adopted me because I was an urchin.
what?
Did you not hear it is take son to work day? This is my son. He is here at my work. Why did you not bring your sons? Are you
I'm
terrible
really
fathers?
big for my age.
Okay. What we're gonna do now is called a persuasion roll. Or no, not a persuasion. Deception roll. And I think I'm not sure who has to roll this.
0.
I got 2, and I
better
I
than
am
a 0.
talking.
I think Vovak would make the roll since he's the
Could
one.
I give him advantage since I'm kind of giving?
I don't think he needs it.
I mean, it would bump it up to a natural 20 instead of just a regular one. But
Oh yeah, still 20. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. Hey, did you know that? No, I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I kind of
I've-
wish I knew that. I would have brought little Timmy. Oh well.
Would have been nice to meet Tim.
I feel like
Yeah.
your human resources department needs to work on your acceptance of mixed and matched families these days.
They do. You know, I didn't even hear about Wacky Hat Friday 2 weeks ago.
I think it's
Why
because
would
you're
we
up here
wear
on
even
the
wacky
third
head
floor.
Wednesday? Just rolls off the tongue better.
I don't know. All I know is I'm not in charge of planning those. I just didn't go to, or I just didn't participate in it, unfortunately.
Cool.
get
Hey,
left
Dad,
out
can
of-
I see the roof?
I mean, the roof is just up those stairs.
well, first I want to show my son where we keep important things because he is very interested in learning. And
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Learn.
All the note taking is done downstairs.
No,
Yeah.
my interests are piqued in things that are kept and cataloged, as is evidenced by my need to keep and catalog my own vocabulary. That word is big, vocabulary.
Wait, so are you actually trying to act like a child as a 50-year-old man?
That's like,
Or are you acting as a 50-year-old man being adopted by like a 200-year-old person?
Yes. My answer to that is yes.
Okay, sure. You know what? He oh yes, of course. And he sort of tousles your hair.
Reaches up. Stop. I just combed this over this morning. It's not even pomade at this point. It's shellac. I just want to make sure shit stays in place.
Sure. Weird curse. And then he he shows you to the evidence locker. He's like, here you go. Here's where we keep all the evidence.
Thank you. You may leave now.
Okay. And he walks back to his guard post.
That was much easier than I expected.
You know, honestly, the security in this place is subpar. Please, if you lock me up, put me here.
So the door is
trick.
locked.
I'm out.
Is this something that we should put in that feedback form or not? What do you think?
I believe possibly we might want to notify him how easy it was to get in, get somebody out, and get out ourselves. They even showed us through the evidence locker. I mean, who's going to believe a cockamamie story where I, a 50-year-old pudgy overweight man, was being adopted by a minotaur? I mean, what does he think I am? A simpleton? You know what? Never mind. Don't even answer that question. Let's just get the stuff with
We'll
cane
take
foil.
this one
Let's get
under
out.
advisement for the feedback form. But clearly, as far as prisons goes, this is only getting a 1-star review.
Subpar. Yeah. I've got to Yelp this one. I'll go outside and start yelling about it.
And really, the 1-star is only for this sweet cart that we got.
Sure. So is it? So the door to the evidence room is locked?
Yes.
Okay. Could you? Is this where?
Remember,
we can
you
maybe
did pick up keys from the 2 guards that you knocked out.
try those?
They worked.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So you open, and there's just a bunch of cataloged stuff. There's
Is it alphabetized?
no.
Is there a log sheet?
Well, the problem then
yes.
would be, is it S for snake or A for arms?
Yeah.
There's a log sheet.
And there's not a lot of stuff in here, but like there's a lot of just miscellaneous junk.
It looks like my refrigerator when I was a bachelor. It's got like a random ketchup bottle. It's almost mostly gone.
So yeah, it just has like random stuff in it. I suppose this is sort of like treasure almost. If you want to like make if you each want to give me like a D20 roll on it, I might be persuaded to give you some fancy item, maybe.
I could
The
roll
same.
the D20.
7, 19.
7 is a lucky number. Just saying.
In some cultures it is. And 13. Okay.
By
We're using
fancy, could I have something weird and gooey?
You're certainly going to be given something weird. Because I have my own magical sheet of items.
I was just thinking a universal solvent for you.
These are so who had 7?
Joe.
Or who rolled 7?
I did. Yep.
Okay, you get a wand of pointing. It's a wand with a button, and when you press the button, a small little red dot appears where the wand is pointing.
He immediately shines it in everyone's eyes to show what it does.
It hurts, but again, since I'm such a kind and generous god, I'm not going to roll damage for you. Do it again. Do it again, and I might. And I just accidentally closed Roll20, so give me a second.
That means we're the DM now. We have.
Oh gods!
Look at me. I'm the DM now.
Okay, what were the other numbers?
I had a 13.
13.
Chris, you had 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find a puzzle cube thing.
Cool.
Yeah, and on a 19, you find 4. What look to be 4 immovable rods.
Oh, I could have so much fun with that. We've got a cart. We've got 4 immovable rods. We now have a racetrack.
Yeah. So, do you want to? And then you also find a big old cardboard box.
Full of live snakes.
Full of live snakes, yeah. And Jimmy's like, you hear Jimmy. What voice did I give Jimmy? I don't know. I gave him some voice, and he's like,
it's a British accent, almost like a.
Oh, good. My children. And then the snakes sort of crawl, and then as soon as they touch him, they turn invisible. And then there's some like weird, slightly squelching noises as all the snakes
kind of glad
return him.
he's invisible at this point.
I'm really glad.
Yeah.
All right, you got Jimmy's
so
snake
glad
arms.
he's invisible.
You got Jimmy snake arms. So now what?
We're gonna make a hasty retreat to the roof, right?
Yeah. Boss, you want a stick?
What?
I've got 4 sticks. So I was going to hand out into the void where Jimmy, formerly known as Jimmy.
you're giving 1 stick to each person?
Yeah, got to give a stick to Jimmy because he's the boss, because you got to tie the boss.
Sounds good.
And stick each to my colleagues here, because having more than 1 stick is kind of, well, it's a bit greedy, really.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so
It's got a
y'all
button
head
on it.
out.
All right.
Unless anyone pushes the button, then we ain't going anywhere.
Until you push it again.
Fair. Yeah.
If they're still hanging onto the stick.
So the guards sort of like nod at you as you head back to the spiral staircase that takes you up to the roof.
Okay.
And then the door is locked, but you have the key that you took from the guards that also unlocks it.
Mm-hmm.
So you are now on a roof. There on the roof, it looks to be like a large helipad almost on it, so that people can like land on it and
Big D.
yeah.
Instead
Well,
of an
there-
H, it's a big D.
Well, because like griffins would also be used, dragons, drakes. There's a decent amount of flying mounts.
I'm gonna reach into my parcel once we get
Yep.
to the rooftop, and I'm gonna pull out a flare
Okay.
and pop the string and let the flare go off.
Yeah. So you pop the string, and in a multicolored flash, brilliant flash of light. Oh, I forgot to. I wasn't finished describing the roof.
Oh,
I
I apologize.
apologize. No. That's my bad. There is a sort of like fourth floor almost with a large window on it. And you see in the window a chair and a desk.
Just flight control.
Apparently, and like the chair is closer than the desk to
Is
the
there-
window.
Is there anybody in the chair?
The chair you can't see. Like it's a tall chair. It's like
Okay.
one of those swivel chairs. So then you flare.
Pop flare.
Okay. So you pop the flare. And it's loud and it's bright and it says, "We are here." Like when it gets to the top of its like annex. And
The
then like
fireworks show.
yeah, no, it's a giant firework. And it like sparkles and then like disappears.
Vovek.
Oh, I've got one of those.
And then let's have you three make a perception check.
Hmm.
I see literally nothing. I am staring at the.
Sorry, I shouldn't have rolled with advantage, but that was a 9 for me.
9, okay. Also a 9. Okay. Everything's going fine.
It
Seeing
has
this,
been from the moment we got here.
Yes, everything is going fine.
Can
Until of course.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You finish after you.
Okay. No. I insist.
No,
You had a question.
because what I did would have had to have taken place like immediately after the flare pop, and it seems like what you've got going on is going to be more important. So I'm
Okay, yeah.
anticipating this now.
So everything is going fine until you hear a crash of a window breaking. You all turn to the window with the office in the back, and you see a blue dragonborn in silver armor with golden what's-its with faces on them, drawing his sword. And let's everyone roll initiative.
Never liked that word, initiative.
Then I gotta roll initiative, you know. Okay, that's an initiative score. Certainly is.
That's a number I rolled.
Yeah, no. So yeah, he goes first, which is going to be fun. He starts chanting something, and then the eyes and mouth on each of the Greaves' face start glowing, and out of each Grieve comes like a spirit. That's all like it looks sort of covered in cloths with large claws, and it just starts floating by him on either side. And roll an Arcana check, anyone?
Okay.
There's a large symbol on its face.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm
22.
concentrating on the invisible.
Okay.
Clearly.
Well, no, you can see them. You can see them. It's just the symbol. It doesn't mean anything to you, but to Heath, it's in a old language, an old magic language that means debt.
Debt.
Debt. DEBT. And that's his turn. So, Christopher, it is your turn.
Okay. I have to concentrate to keep the boss invisible, and I have a flare in my hand, so I'm gonna pull the string on the flare at Dragon Dude.
Okay, so the flare is just an illusion. It's not actually. It's like a illusion packet. It's not a actual like pyro.
Yep, sounds cool. It's an illusion. It'll sparkle. It'll be distracting. It'll
Yeah.
do something. And
yeah,
that's in my hand,
sure.
and I've got to maintain concentration. So at
Sounds
this
good.
point, I'll keep concentration up.
Let's see. He would roll what? Constitution to like stay that.
Usually with illusions, it's intelligence checks, but I don't know if that applies in this.
Yeah. Actually, so I need to get his stats so I can. Okay, that's.
And also, this way the dragon can't miss us.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Because it'll be horizontal and it'll say, "We are here." And also,
so you launch it, and like the little thing that is the illusion hits him and just like blinds him. Like it's right about this far away from him when it explodes, saying "We are here." So he like is just there reeling backwards.
And he knows exactly where we are now. Awesome.
Yeah. He knows that you are there.
Which is exactly my intention. You got to be upfront about these things.
Yeah, no, exactly. The spirits don't seem to be plussed. They're non-plussed.
Yeah.
As opposed to plussed.
They could be neutral plus, I guess.
No, they're non-plussed.
They're feeling pretty whelmed.
Yeah. All right, so Heath, you are up next.
Looking at Dragon Dude. I got a great joke for you. It starts off you. And then cast Tasha's hideous laughter on him.
Okay. What does that do?
Makes him fall down laughing if he doesn't succeed a save.
Okay.
It is a, please hold. I believe it is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Okay, what do I have to beat?
You have to beat a high number of a 13. Wisdom saving throw 13.
Plus. All right, he does not make it. He does not do the save. Y'all are just beating this poor guy up.
Good.
So Tasha's the time succeed on wisdom saving throw, fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration. A creature is affected each end of its turns. Each time it takes damage, target can make. Okay. Sounds good. He's laughing.
And I'm just concentrating on that.
Yep, sounds good. So it is now Volvak's turn.
All right. Volvak is going to take out his potion of the Berserker. And he thinks about drinking it for a second, but instead, he then pulls out the jar of bees and just pours the potion of the Berserker in there, shakes it up, just drink well, my friends, and chucks the jar of bees at the dragon.
Oh, yes. It's a great plan. It's a good plan.
Okay, so yes, 1,000 times yes. I am going to need you to make a check.
Yes.
So you get to choose, once again, since I'm such a kind and generous god, whether it's a sleight of hand check, whether it's to like pour the potion into the jar of bees to make sure none of them get out, or a strength check to lob the jar of berserker bees at the target that you're looking for.
Let's go ahead and do strength on that. And that is a 20.
Perfect. Okay. So the jar like woo, shatters. Bees. And like with the 20, you hit him like right in the face.
Joe, I mean this in the most platonic way, but I love you, man.
Thank you. So yeah, you hit him right in the face, and it just shatters, and bees go everywhere.
There goes my laughter.
Everywhere.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
That's okay.
Yeah,
Don't worry
so
about it.
there's
I've
so
got plenty
about
more.
so around 20 feet of him is just a swarm of berserker bees. So I'm going to roll some damages to see how much the spirits and how much the poor dragonborn dude who's finding this hilarious, by the way, how much they take. Then I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw because of Tasha's hideous laughter. Okay. And 13, you said, for the wisdom saving throw for Tasha's?
That is correct.
He does not make it.
Oh, I was going to say not to shoot myself in my own foot, but I want to verify something real quick.
Yes.
The target has advantage on the saving throw if it's triggered by damage. So you do have advantage on the roll. Hate to shoot myself in the own foot, but got to be honest.
Honorable. Yep.
Hey, yeah, no. Yes. He also doesn't make it. He's finding these bees absolutely hilarious.
As are we.
Oh yeah, no, these bees are great. So then it is Jimmy's turn. He gonna cast a spell. He gonna cast a good spell. I don't know what spell he's going to cast, but he's going to cast something. He's going to cast Magic Missile. So 3 shots just launch from somewhere near you and hit the spirit. Like one hits the spirit, one hits the other spirit, and one hits the dude. And that damage is...
I like to imagine if he weren't invisible, it'd just be the snakes just shoot missiles out of their mouths.
That's what I had it as.
But he is invisible, so unfortunately.
Not anymore, he ain't. As soon
No.
as he casts, he drops.
Oh, okay. So you see just like 3 snakes just each launch like a blast at that deal I can do math. Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. One of the spirits is dead. So that's good. So there's 1 spirit and the dragon dude left. And then it is the spirit's turn, and he is going to fly towards Faith in the System. Or who's closer? Who's closer?
Vovek would be up front, I think.
Vovek. Okay, he's the spirit is going to go to you. And let's see. He is going to attack you with a weapon that he has. which is a claw, if I'm not mistaken. Which does a oh does a 15 hit.
It does not.
Okay, so he sort of like goes to like grab your face, but then you
It's kind of
slap him.
yeah.
Yeah. You slap him away. And then it is the Dragonborn's turn. Or is it the bee's turn? I didn't roll initiative for the bees.
Could save yourself the trouble and just have them go on the same initiative as Joe.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yep.
Okay, so they deal that damage. Or I'm just gonna yeah. So it was 13, you said?
For Tushes?
13, yes, for Tasha's.
Okay. He stops laughing. And
For now.
for now, yes. For now. Sort of like, and he's just covered in welts. And he like sort of like goes to you, Sarnus, because like probably. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I got my staff in my hand.
And he takes a deep breath in,
Mhm.
and I'm going to need you to make a dexterity check. 'Cause
Okay.
that's some lightning headed straight to your face. Think lightning.
Which is generally not where you want lightning to be.
No.
I don't want lightning to be anywhere near my body, honestly. Hold on just 1 second.
Yep.
There we go. Dexterity saving throw. Boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. 19.
Okay, yeah, you leap out of the way of his lightning breath, and that's his turn.
Again, not to shoot myself in the foot, but I should probably still take half damage on that.
Does it? Oh yeah. Yes, you should.
Again,
I'm gonna roll some dice. Give me 1 sec.
I mean, you know.
You take 3 damage.
And he was no more.
Just 3 damage
Okay.
vaporizes you.
Okay. Not quite.
Close. He is a mage after all.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
I have 17 hit points. Thank you. Well, 14 now.
So it is now Faith in the System's turn.
Oh, I don't have to maintain concentration anymore, which is good. So our Dragonborn friend, who's chucking lightning around, which I believe is a rather rude action, given all the things that we've done to assist this establishment. We've removed one of their more dangerous prisoners for them. You know, out of the kindness of our heart, I've given medical advice.
Right.
We even
Pointed out weaknesses in the system that they have set up in place. I mean,
we've even looked like we might even clean the floors for them.
Are you telling him as you're beating him up the problem with his prison?
And look, we've helped with the occupational health and safety of some of the staff, giving them a well-earned rest. And look, all of this just leads to, you know, there's just no love. I'm not feeling the love from this Dragonborn dude. So I'm gonna have to like just hit him with a magic missile, I think.
Okay. Do the thing.
So do the thing. I've got to find the thing first. there's the thing. Hang on, spells.
And are you
and
sending
the-
all 3 bolts at him, or are you also sending
Oh,
one?
yeah, all at him.
Okay.
All at him. Yeah. So, and then hang on, I have to push that button there, don't I? So yeah, that doesn't do much. So the next one and the third one. There we go. So that was a bit disappointing, really.
Okay.
Kind of like magic darts
Yeah.
rather than the missiles. So they're kind of like the home brand knockoff magic missiles.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So it is Heath's turn now,
All right.
or Sarnis's turn, rather.
I've got 1 or 2 things that I'm thinking about here.
Okay.
One of the things that I'm thinking about. Yeah, I'm going to do that. How close together are the Dragonborn and the Spirit?
So the spirit's right next to Vovak,
Okay.
and the Dragonborn is about 30 feet away.
Oh. Never mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to magic missile homie in front of. No, I'm going to magic missile the Spirit.
The spirit? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do the thing. It
He's gonna
is
take
dead.
13 points of damage.
It sort of like the first hits it, the second hits it, and the third just flies through it and sort of just keeps going.
And
And
hey,
we smash cut to like 20 million years later.
Mhm.
Like aliens, they're like having a birthday party, and the missile just hits someone in the face. Because like it just keeps going, just never stopping, and it just like yeah.
hey Volvac, you think you could give me a hand over here? That didn't tickle too much. And that is my turn.
All right, it is then Volvac's turn, but first the bees are going to move closer to you 3, because they're bees and they're really angry, and they have a berserker potion in them.
Which I'm sure isn't a problem.
No, it only increases their strength by 4 for 30 seconds. And I would say it decreases their intelligence, but they don't have one of those, so
They've
it
all got
doesn't
like
matter.
half a hit point, if that.
Oh yeah, still. So they all fly, and is the Dragonborn able to not get hit by a lot of bees? He is actually. He stays away enough from the bees, so the bees are getting closer to you. So that's the thing y'all might need to deal with in the coming future. But now it's Joe's turn.
Alrighty. So Vovac is going to. He's just going to run up, and as he's running, he's going to cast Wrathful Smite on his greatsword.
Okay.
And just glows like this black purplish flame. And he's going to run up and just try to chop the head off the Dragonborn, because that's his first instinct. Probably running through some bees, but he's fine with that.
So remember, your great sword is still in the janitor's card of death.
So then in that case, he's going to cast Wrathful Smite, if you will allow this, on his horns, which technically count as weapon for Minotaurs.
I will allow it.
That's cool.
All right. So his horns just kind of get this purplish flame as he runs forward. He's going to just run up and try and gore him. And that is, I think it's just, I'm proficient, so it'd be It'd be the same attack as a greatsword, so just roll the attack for a greatsword.
Okay, go ahead.
That's an 8.
That does not hit.
So he is unsuccessful, but his horns are still glowing because it's concentration. So his next hit is still do the thing. And he says, "Do not worry, I will handle this. You get Jimmy to safety."
All right, so Jimmy's
Kind of waiting on the dragon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Yeah, the ride's got to get here first.
So Jimmy is going to he's seeing this and he's going to make a magical like communication with someone to see if like when help is arriving. So he's not doing anything his turn, and then the spirits are dead. So it's the Dragonborn's turn again. Yay! So he is going to hit you, Vovak, or he's going to attack you rather. That is, what's your AC?
16.
Okay, that hits. That's a 17. So he is going to do some amount of damage.
Well, I have some amount of hit points, so I might be dead.
I don't think it'll deal that much damage. I was wrong. That's 13 damage.
That's fine.
That's a lot of damage. And then he does another thing that is probably, I mean, it's good for him. It's not the best for you. Which is I had notes for this, but they all just disappeared. He vines or chains come out from like the ground, spectral chains, and start like weaving around you. So you need to make a strength saving throw.
That is a 22.
You break free from the chains.
I am good at one thing, and that is being literal bull.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you break the chains, and it is Faith in the System's turn.
Okay. Then Faith is going to look up and look at the Dragonborn and say, you know what? I think it'd be a very, very, very good idea if you just stop what you're doing and sit down. And in doing so, is going to cast Charm Person, which, if I clicky on the spell button here, will come up for you.
All right. What do I have to roll?
Did that do anything?
No, it shouldn't ask you what level you want to
It's
cast it at.
Well, second level will only give it
Right, but there's a selector
extra.
that comes up on Roll20. Make sure it's not asking you what level you want to cast it.
No, it's just a. Don't know why.
Okay.
Not
what
doing
is
anything.
the saving throw?
It's
that I
a
have to beat?
wisdom save, I
Or
believe.
yeah. What do I have to beat?
Yeah, that is a good question. Wisdom saving throw with advantage because we're fighting it.
Okay.
Just doesn't give me a DC for that.
It should be your.
What's your charisma modifier?
Yeah.
Oh, that is also a very good question, which is 3 plus 3.
So 13.
Okay, so 13. All right, so a 14 passes that. So he like
He
the
doesn't
words
sit
sort
down.
of like no, the words enter his brain for a second, and then he like shakes it off.
You're not my friend.
And then yeah,
It's a pity, really.
he releases like a roar of anger. It is then Sarnis's turn.
I reach into my pocket and pull out a piece of candy, undo the wrapper, pop it in my mouth, and it almost melts away instantly. And breathe fire on him. And I'm going to try to catch any bees, but not catch Vovak.
Okay. So it is
If
a coat.
If I can't catch bees,
You
because
can
I'm trying
catch
to miss,
bees. You can definitely catch bees.
but
It's
I don't want to
just
hit Vovak.
there's a good chance you have to hit Vovak.
If you have to hit Vovak,
Can I move before I breathe it so that it doesn't hit him?
I mean, he is in melee range. Like he is right next to.
Right, but it's
So
a cone, so it goes 5, 10, and then
Yeah.
15. So if I
Yeah.
move beside him, he would be technically out of the first 5 feet of it. This is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to position it.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
In that case, then you need to give me dexterity saving throw.
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna base this because I don't have any stats for it, so I'm gonna base it off of the Dragonborn.
Yeah. That's
breath
what
weapon. Okay.
so that's 10.
Dragonborn.
So that would be Constitution plus proficiency. What do you have for those?
It's Constitution plus proficiency.
Yep.
That's going to be an 11.
11.
Yeah,
Okay.
dexterity save.
So he manages to get out of with a 12. He manages to get out of the fire, but just barely. So like he gets some damage, and it's 2d6. Okay, he takes some damage, and he's starting to look really hurt at this point. And it is Joe's turn. And you
All right.
also take out most of the bees.
Most
And the rest of the bees.
the
The rest of the bees all sort of just like, now that they aren't as many bees, they sort of find someone else to bother with. So the bees have disappeared.
You know what they say. You mess with the bull, you're going to have a bad time. And he gores him with the horns.
Okay, roll the dice.
Fucking. That'd be a natural 1 this time.
Oh, it's going downhill.
So
So
yeah.
I'm a kind and generous god. How do you want to fail this? Being on a rooftop and charging a person.
I will say, okay. I give an offer. I roll a d6. Above a 3, I just headbutt some bees and they fuck up my face a little bit. If I roll under that, I am at risk of potentially going off the side.
I'll allow it.
Thank you, kind and generous DM.
I almost want you to roll physical dice.
That is a natural 1 once again.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, we're gonna change his name to Patty.
He regrets nothing.
So again, I'm a kind and generous god. So what happens is you go to charge him, and he like bullfighters out of the way, and you have a lot of mass and a lot of momentum. So you have a very hard time stopping, but you do stop just right at the thing as you fall off. Luckily, you're fast enough and you're strong enough where you manage to just grab one hand over the side. So next turn, we're going to see what happens with that. It is now Jimmy's still trying to call someone. It is now the Dragonborn's turn. He looks at you, Sarnis, who just lit him on fire, and he is
Who can
going.
play at that little breath game?
Yeah. He looks confused that you did a breath weapon because you're obviously not a dragon, but you're also a
Ta-da.
child. You're also a child, so who knows?
I take great offense to that. I have you know, I'm a middle-aged man.
But you're also somehow Wovak's son. So these people aren't that bright.
Apparently.
Comedy of errors. Okay, so he is going to roll. That's a natural 20.
Oofa doofa.
Even if I use shield, it doesn't block it. So go ahead and give me damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's 10 damage.
Okay. I'm still on my feet.
That's good to hear.
Like shakily on my feet. Like, okay. Hey guys, where's all this red stuff coming from? Oh, that's my blood.
That would be bad.
This is supposed to be inside of me. Wait, that's wrong. That's not what I meant.
All right, so that's his turn. It is now Faith in the System's turn.
Okay. Seeing our comedy of errors turn into an actual comedy of errors, and it not being as funny as we initially thought it would be, it is time for a second magic missile, but I'll be casting this at level 2.
Okay. Do the thing.
For some reason. Oh, go ahead.
No, actually, no. No, wait. Just at second level.
Because I was wondering you're going to say, I'm going to cast it at Vovak. I'm like, I was waiting for that.
As he casts it, he just says, long live the king, and then just sends you off the side.
I'm just going to have my empowered spell
and the whole
sitting
thing,
there
you're going,
ready
who's
to...
the king?
All right, so I just want a rules check. On empowered spells, does that need to be declared now or upon damage roll?
When you roll damage for a spell, so damage roll.
Okay, cool. So let's do the spelling with the hopefully not cut price magic missiles this time. And where are we? So we are casting that, but at second level.
4 darts then?
Yeah, it just has another dart.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will empower that. So I've got charisma of 3. So with 1, that'll allow me to re-roll 3 of those.
Yep.
I believe. If that's correct. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. Which I'm much happier with. And I'm assuming you'd get that I'm rolling the low ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he, takes a hit. This really hurts him. He's on his last legs. They all hit his armor. There's holes in his armor. He's taking deep, laborious breaths. He's leaking about as much as Sarnis is. So it is now Sarnis's turn.
Taking a page out of my friend's book, I'm also going to cast Magic Missile at second level.
All right. Go ahead.
No, I have a better idea.
Oh?
You have 4 scrolls of wild magic in my parcel?
Yeah. I do. You do have those.
Can you read them all at once?
I'm sure I can read one. Better question though. When you say wild magic, do you mean like I roll on the wild magic table and ta-da, that's what happens?
I mean, I roll on the wild magic table, and that's ta-da what happens. But yeah, and I should make a statement. I roll on my wild magic table.
Oh, in
What
that case,
happens?
then fortune favors only the bold, my friends. Like a party popper twisted at each end, I snap the scroll. Let's see what goes off.
I never
have
thought
proof
of
of
them as
this, actually.
party poppers, but I am using that now. Okay, so we're rolling a D1000.
Holy
It's a
Jesus.
it's a big table.
No, that's like a buffet at this point in time. Jesus, a D1000. Did you write them all yourself?
No, I found it.
Okay.
There's one that's of 10,000, and I never use that because it's too much of a nightmare to scroll through.
Yeah, no, it's
I mean, I cut my teeth on second edition whenever that was really like infused, and I played Wild Mages all the time. And I loved the table, but it was always a 1-for-1. And I
Yeah.
felt it was a much more or much less forgiving than the one in 5e. Not that I've turned a player into a potted plant, summon unicorn twice, same unicorn twice in the same game.
okay. So
I'm just dead. I'm just dead. That's all there is.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
I've got 4 HP. I've
How
got a
much health
max
do
of
you have?
17.
you have 4 HP? Okay.
And I've got a max
Okay.
of 17. That makes the threshold 21 before you outright just kill me.
No, yeah. So you turn to stone.
Yes! Can I choose the pose?
Yes.
As I turn to
yes.
stone, as the last thing, I reach my hand out toward the dragon board and just turn my finger.
Perfect.
We are snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
That is right. Never let it be said.
Yeah. So you turn into stone.
It's just a disappointed look on my face, like, ah.
All right. It is now. Excuse me. It is now Vovak's turn. You are dangling off the side of a building.
May I attempt to rectify the situation?
You may in fact do that.
Would that be athletics, perchance?
Yeah, sure.
That's a 24. I'm good at one thing.
You manage to make it off of the edge of the thing, and that's about it.
Okay.
That's your turn.
Okay. He just turns and looks and turns to the Dragonborn. What did you do to him?
Yeah, so then Jimmy does nothing. It's the Dragonborn's turn. He's going to head to Faith in the System, and he's going to attack.
Yeah, I kind of felt that was coming.
Yeah. So does a 12 hit?
Sadly, it does.
Oh boy.
I'm wearing pants and a sweater.
And dust, apparently, your Pippin from Peanuts.
He does 4 damage to you. It is now
Okay.
Your turn.
4. I look at him and go, ow! What'd you do that for? In the most unironic fashion that a shambling mound of tiefling can do. And that will then lead into Hellish Rebuke. Because, owie, you can't do that. That's a really stinky thing to do. So yeah, let's bring that up.
So I'm going to be that guy and say that would have been your reaction on his turn, leaving you still full action on your turn.
Oh yeah,
Sure. Yeah. No, go
Yeah.
ahead. We're
No,
already
no,
40
you're
minutes
right.
over time, so yeah.
No, you're right. I cannot do that on his. On mine. That would be poison spray instead. Then I'm just gonna
Okay. Yeah, just roll the
and
dice.
more stink breath than anything else.
Sounds good.
So there we go. Oh, yay!
He gets a DC 13. And this is one of those he takes half the damage.
No, cantrips,
Nope.
you take none.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's yeah.
Okay. With one point of poison damage, you spray it in his face. He goes up to hit you again, and he just, as stiff as a board, just falls back.
Jesus Christ.
You're saying if I not popped the scroll and have done what I was wanting to, he'd have been dead. And I would have been not a statue. You know what? I still stand behind my choice.
As you should.
Congratulations, the fight is over, and Jimmy starts talking to someone, and he's like, "Okay, he's about 2 minutes away, so we'll be fine." It doesn't sound like there's any alarms or anything. And then
boss, can you just let him know that there might be a little bit more of a wait? Yeah, as in cargo capacity issue. Yeah.
We're just leaving him. We'll, you know what? We'll be nice and take him. He'll owe me one. But then, as soon as he says that, Heath, your stone skin becomes unstoned. And like chips fall off of it, but your skin underneath it is gray and much, much tougher than it was when you went into the stone thing. You now have +2 to your AC.
Yeah, it'll work.
Hey,
Yeah, no, the magic surge was turns to stone for 5 turns and then breaks out of the shell with +2 AC for 2 hours.
Oh, awesome.
So might not be metal, but he's certainly rock.
And with that, you see a giant, let's say, red drake with a basket in its claws fly down with a rider saying, "Quick, get in!" You 4 get in. Do you take the cart with you? Do you take the janitor's cart with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you 5 get in.
Has brought us nothing but luck.
So you 5 get in.
We're gonna paint flames on the side of it later.
Perfect. And the dragon screams and flies away into the sunset. Congratulations, you have solved my prison puzzle.
Go team.
Yeah, so if you 3 want to do one more introduction, just say who you are and all that good stuff. And then I'll sign us off.
Cool.
Dope.
All right,
Chris?
Start with me. Why not? Hello and thank you. I have been your smooth criminal, faith in the system, otherwise known as Chris, and you can find me at Anthem pretty much everywhere, including my own website, anthem.com. I'd like to thank everybody else, Joe, Heath, Colton, thank you so much. That was an awesome experience. I had the best time for a lazy Sunday afternoon here in Australia. So thank you all very much. That was excellent. Had the best time. And I'll hand over to whoever of these lovely gentlemen is next.
Joe?
Okay. I thought we were doing those goes. I have been Joe. I am a D&D nerd across the internets. Worked with Nerdsmith a lot. And you can find me on Twitter at Edgar Allan Joe, where I rant about D&D on occasion. That's about it.
I have been Oliver Sarnes, and my name is Heath. You can find me on Twitter at DireBearAC. You can find me on Twitch at DireBearGM. I am live on Monday nights with DireBearGM, running the escorts part of my own network. And then on Wednesday nights, right here with Colton, running Obscurum, a City of Mist crime noir show set in 1949. So please come and check it out. This has been a blast for me. Thank you.
All right, and once again, I am Colton. You can follow me on Twitter at ColtonZ9, and like he said, I'm on Obscurum every Wednesdays, and that's actually it for me at the current moment. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for getting us to our goal to help Geeks of Grandeur, a fantastic charity that helps hospitalized children using cosplay, pop culture, and gaming. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much, and have a great rest of your night.